people in front of you and learning the opportunity, the system itself. And I'm so glad, and I'm so, I raise my hats off to this guy, Jonathan. Really, I was just looking at on the side, and I said, wow, when I was at probably at his age, in 1993, I was 39 years old, turning 40 at the time. That was the time when I joined Canada Life, the insurance industry, if I may say that. I knew no one here, except for one family in North Van. So I approached them, because I already passed the licensing. After 2 months of migrating here, I passed the licensing, because 3 of my former classmates in the Philippines were in the insurance. So they were the one who introduced me to join the insurance, and I said, we are all engineers, and all of a sudden you're doing this financial one, this financial thing. And I said, you guys are crazy. Now I'm the most craziest among them. Yeah. So two months after, I was able to, there was no gathering like this, to support each other. There's no classroom type of studying. The insurance council just gave me the 2 books, the life insurance and the ANS. Okay, and then
Have at her.
good luck, something like that, right? I was just reading it, and remember, I was just new in the country. And so what I was doing then is said, this is, it's becoming interesting. Every page that I have read, it's becoming interesting for me. And I said, I think I'm going to do this. I passed the exam eventually, and then approached my friend. And he said, no, people will shy away from you if you're going to do this business. That challenges me.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Same thing as when Pat was asking me, what do you think? I have no big circle just like you. And I said, I started the same way. Now look at his circle now, right? Every time he's on the street, he's gathering people. And I'm sure, Jonathan, you felt the same way. Where will I get those people?
Yeah.
Right?
Because sometimes it's hard to talk to co-workers and
Even families.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
but
the worst.
many strangers say no.
It's much better with a stranger
Yeah.
rather than families. And look at that. My best friend, whom we grew together in the Philippines, we don't have still underwear at the time we knew each other. You see? And then he said, "Bruh, don't."
Because if the strangers say no, you will never see them again. But if co-workers
Yeah.
say no, and you still see them again, right?
Yeah. So the point is that, never give up. Now, guess who was my first customer? That friend of mine. His family and his church family. And the friends of his church family, and the friends of his church family. So I started gathering center of influence because I need to establish relationship, build up my rapport with the existing one that I have. Because I knew no one when I came here, right? Except for that one family. Then I joined a Filipino basketball league in North Vancouver. And when I stepped in, guess what I have seen in that in the gym, in the basketball gym. Teams of insurance companies, Sun Life, Primerica, Manulife, and here I am attached with Canada Life, and there's no Canada Life. I said, oh boy. And then this Primerica guy, approached me and said, you wanna join my team? Because they learned I used to play basketball in the Philippines. So he was the first one to approach me, but then I said, Because at the back of my mind, I'm already with Canada Life, and if I will be attaching to his team, I will be identified as Primerica, right? So I joined a realty team, a real estate team. Yeah, I don't know if you know Nael De Grano. So I joined his team. This guy from Primerica was so mad. So mad. He was my neighbor. He was my neighbor. We he doesn't want to see me eye to eye.
Oh, in North Van?
Yeah, yeah, close to our. Because we used to live in one complex then. Yeah, crazy. But then he's no longer with in the insurance industry. I'm still alive. I'm still working my butt here. If I may say that. Yeah. So wonderful, folks. I believe we heard about 80-20 rule. 20 knowledge, 80% skills. I totally agree with that. The 20% knowledge of the products, of the system, right? Of what we have here, the structure of what we have here with Greatway and the different providers. That's easy to learn. That's easy to understand. So many, there's so many support systems that we can do that. But the skill side, we really have to focus on that. I can't be more prouder than what you're doing, like Jonathan, Carmela, and Patrick. I was just in awe, knowing that you're bringing people in the business, in your team, and that's really good. Where do you get those? From nowhere, right?
Pushing a grocery cart.
There was one time, Jonathan. I was drinking coffee with my buddies in the insurance in downtown on Hastings, where the building of Jim Pattison is. So I saw this parking attendant, a government parking attendant, making tickets along Hastings Street. And I don't know what happened. I stood up and I said, "Can I pay? Can I drop a dollar for this car?" Well, it's up to you. So he didn't get the ticket, right? Because I extended his hour. I left a business card on his windshield, and then we were still drinking, and then this guy came in, and he picked up my card. I can see him, He read that one. I saw his expression, and he immediately called me. And for sure, I said, "I can see you." Until now, he is in the book of my business. He is a Caucasian, and he introduced me to a lot of people. The reason why I went to Toronto is because of him. He introduced me to a lot of people during the time I went to Toronto, and then I had all the reason to talk to my family in Toronto, and business were just flourishing at that time, because I got so excited because and the fact that I am learning. I am a shy person, if I may say that. I was really shy, but then that turned so much differently, right? Because my what do you call this one? My focus is that I am bringing to you a great service, a great product, which you will leave behind for your family. So let's not be ashamed of what we are doing, because what we're giving them is the legacy for lifetime. Amazing. I have submitted, I have processed probably more than 40 death claims in my 32 years. Just in COVID alone, 17 death claims. And I feel I don't need to prospect, but I still do prospecting. I still approaching people. I'm still calling, those clients of mine, do policy review. That's where I'm getting all the sales that that I've been submitting ever since I started with Greatway. I started with Greatway 3 years ago. Yeah, I just built a book of business, clientele base. But now I am building a team, and I'm glad that Carmela and Pat, are in my team right now. And the beauty about being in this organization, if I may say this, I have never seen, in my 3 years here, I have never seen a person backstabbing another person. That's true.
Like fellow team members.
The synergy of the whole organization is wonderful. You attend a convention, and I'm sure some of you have attended a convention, as if everybody knows you and you know them too. Amazing. I was amazed with that. I have never heard any gossip in this organization. I hope I am correct, but I have never heard any. And I'm proud to say that even in our church. And that's why my pastor every Thursday would like to come here. Because he was able to say that, he felt that he felt that belongingness, even though he is a stranger in this organization. And I said, don't worry about that, because you are part of Greatway. What do you mean? Well, you're my client. I said, you're part. Yeah. So anyways, enough for my introduction. The art of the invitation, the gateway skill, that is actually, this is the most important skill that we need to embed in our system. Okay. This gateway skill comes from Eric Worre. Actually, this was given to me way back in probably 2013 by Harvey Connor. This presentation. So when I heard from Ramsey, I had to go through my archive and check it out. I'm glad I was able to see it. Okay, so the art of the invitation. Now, the parameter here is it may be a warm market or a cold market, but more on the warm market, especially for the new agents. Work first on your warm market while building up some people who are strangers, let's say, right? Jonathan and Kathleen, how did you know each other?
Actually, it was friends.
Okay.
Who
Okay.
introduced
Yeah.
me.
How did you? Are you longtime friends of Renz?
No, we're co-workers.
Okay. Yeah. So there's warm market already. A warm relationship, meaning to say, business or friendship relationship, right?
Yes.
So that's a warm market. Okay. Who else? Pat, how your the people that you were bringing here? How did you meet them? Like, for example, a couple of days ago, you brought a Turkish person.
Yeah. I run into a lot of people in my work each day, and
Tell your background, Pat.
I issue tickets and told people
Issue
it's
tickets.
misery. So anyway,
Parking
parking attendant.
Parking attendant.
So I met this guy in the lot, and he struck me as a very sharp guy. He's wearing a suit. He looks really trim and proper, and I thought, oh my gosh, this guy's IDF. I hope he didn't shoot me. And we started talking, and we had a good conversation. I think that was the important thing, is like in a very short time, you get a feeling whether it's open or not. So I just asked him. He told me he had worked in Turkey and in China, and so I thought, okay, ding, here we go. Are you business minded? yeah, I guess I am. I says, well, with your connections, we should chat. And that was it. We exchanged numbers and we had a coffee. Or no, I said, let's grab a coffee. We did not have a coffee. Then I sent him a text, are you available Thursday night? Yes. And so we came here and we showed him the presentation. We don't know what the follow-up would be yet. We're still
Yeah,
working on it.
I was telling Pat, follow up on Monday, because sometimes the follow up is, we neglect the follow up, but that is very important. Give a little space and then follow up, and then, let's learn how to make a follow up, right? And Carm, how do you meet those people? Like, for example, the one that you're showing. to
Yeah,
us.
yeah, today. The one that you're sharing now, it's your time.
Come on, Carm.
We need to learn from each other, and then later on it will be fun, like prospecting, it will be fun. Yeah, teaching,
And it will be
learning,
natural.
natural to us,
Natural, yeah.
because we come here, we share how we're out there, how we prospect, and learn from each other. And I'm learning from Pat too, right? Pat, yeah, Pat said, "Oh, great! Are you doing this the rest of your life?" Right? Remember that?
Yeah, that scared him to death.
I used that too, Oh, great. Are you doing this till you're 65 years old? It's a sarcastic remark, but then it will hit them, right?
So
Yeah.
these are the skills that I'm talking about. I was in a supermarket, and this East Indian guy, I was waiting for my wife to finish doing the grocery, and this East Indian guy approached me and he said, "I know you, Kuya." Where did we meet? At your office. Oh, who brought you there? Renz and Jonathan. He said, "Oh yeah, okay," but I forgot. Sorry, but then but I acted as if I remember him.
Yeah.
It will be rude for me not to compliment that. So I said, "Yeah, what? Are you in?" "No, not yet. I'm still thinking." "Hey, guy, you're missing the boat. You're missing the boat. Talk to them. Come back again. Come back, and let's find out if this is really for you." And I don't know if because is it with Renz?
No, it's Raquel. I think it's Raquel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope he would be able to come back. But look at that. What a small world. A small world. Right? Yeah. Come on, go ahead, Carm.
Okay, yeah,
Share
that-
us your story.
The whispering style. I like the whispering style.
Well, okay, so I was at Superstore because I had to pick up I make homemade food for my grand fur baby dog. Anyways, I'm pushing the cart along, and sure enough, the girl, there's always a President's Choice
Credit card.
card.
Yeah.
So I could see her in the corner of my eye, and she's already coming towards me. And I just I grab an eggplant, and and she's like, "Hi." I was like, "Hi there, sweetheart. How are you doing?" And I kind of reversed
I
it.
can see you.
Because I already knew what she was going to ask. So I said, "Oh, I absolutely appreciate what you're doing. Yeah, it looks like you've got the experience. I just need to tell you that I'm good with only one credit card." Is that okay? "I'm good." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Oh, but wait, that's okay, because you never know." And I said, "I know you're. I know
Oh, whispering again. Whispering.
I know you're, because I stepped close to her because she's at work, right? So I couldn't really pitch what I do. So I said, I know you're at work, so, but if you had an opportunity to perhaps own your own business and do your own business, would you be interested?" "What? Really? How?" Okay, when she said how, I said,
no.
You're at work, you're at work. So, here, click, Jonathan style, click. So we took a picture, and I just got the proof in the book. So we took a picture.
Uh-huh.
Show it to us. Show it.
I took a picture, and I said, "Okay, here, let me send this picture to you, so you, you remember
yeah.
us."
That,
right?
that's what I do. Yeah.
So she said, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, You said, so it's not like
Number.
it's not like, oh, who's this person? You already text them it.
Yeah.
When you connect with them, now they know you
Now,
already.
yeah. Now I said, I'm in the process of getting contracted as an independent insurance agent, but you know what? You'll learn more. When's a good time? She's going, well, my days off are Monday, so we're meeting on Monday. We're meeting on Monday. I hadn't qualified her or anything, and I guess I'll get
That's
better at
that's
that.
okay. That's okay. But how did you get her number?
Oh, because I said I wanted to send the picture.
Oh, you sent a picture.
Yeah,
Okay,
pictures,
okay.
so do we
Okay,
remember
okay,
each other? Okay. So
okay.
off we went, and she, to the point where I handed her the phone she types everything into my phone, and it's like, oh,
Oh, they became better master of prospecting.
yeah. Well, and the thing is, it's a rhythm. It just happens. Don't hesitate. Just dive in head first. You never know.
Don't let them think anything else.
Yeah.
You just basically hypnotize them that you know what you want.
Because I could tell in her eyes when she said, "Oh, business," and I said, "Do you have kids?" So I did a little bit of qualifying. She's like, "Well, no, but my husband." Oh, well, bring your husband. Oh, okay. But then he's got his work schedule. Okay, we'll just meet, just to start. So who knows where that'll go?
I think he is a future NBA.
So she's coming on Monday.
Monday, we just got to figure out a time.
Because she had already experience. She's already in hustling
with my
profession.
with my
right?
4 new agents right now, I think they're killing my time now.
Oh yeah, I know.
And we're not even licensed
You're
yet.
not even licensed yet. Yeah, almost licensed. Yeah. Anyway, who else would like to share? Leslie, come on, share us how you
Kuya, actually, Kuya, I have that prospecting with the cold market, mostly warm.
That's a
So you
good
learn
one.
from here.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you start the conversation in a warm
Actually,
market?
Kuya, all my warm markets, they all have life insurance because they've been here for a long time.
Okay.
So, and also my friends, a few of my friends, they are life insurance agent also.
Yeah.
So
It's hard, eh?
It's
Yeah,
hard.
but
then
then-
at work also they know that I'm doing this insurance.
Yeah.
Insurance.
So what's holding you back from cold?
Yeah, cold market, I haven't done it.
What's holding you back?
I think
Shyness.
These skills,
shyness also.
and these skills, you
and
need
the
the skills.
I need a lot of
Because when you hear them,
skills,
then you
yeah.
start, oh, maybe I'll do that one time, right?
Yeah.
You know,
That's why-
silently. Until you become professional, now you're ready to share again. Like
one thing I noticed when you mingled with other people, like
Yeah.
here in this in our organization, if you mingle, most of your time with these guys, you're gonna learn from each other. I totally agree with that.
It will be contagious.
You can become contagious because I can see the tenacity of this guy, and now I can see the tenacity of this
duplicating, right?
Right? Duplicating, yeah.
Before I'm the one, but
all
now
of this we're going to talk
duplicating,
about
yeah.
it today.
Yeah.
I'm just getting, some feedback from you, and I believe what we're going to learn today is something that we have already inside us, right? John, how are you? Good. John is always the silent type.
Yeah,
But
silent
I
type.
used to be like that. Because I was my background is in the engineering, so I seldom talk to people at that time. But come 1979, it was totally changed. What I was designing at that time, heavy equipment, I need to sell. The equipment that I was designing, I need to market it. So the point is that you will not be earning that much if your design is poor And if you cannot market it, then no one will buy it, right? So I have to excel in both, right? Then I became proactive in the and very interactive in the system, right? So John, do you have a warm market? One good thing about these Filipinos is we have a community, a market, a natural market. And that remember, Pat, I was telling you that, because Pat keeps on saying, I can't believe you guys that you can talk to a lot of people. And I said, yes, that's very true because we have the community. But imagine if you are a Canadian, this is your whole community. This nation is your community. It is just that you can probably get something from us, how to build friendship, relationship, and how to establish that relationship with good rapport. You get it? That's how to start.
That's
right?
the start. Oh, we're so excited.
I was, I went back to the gym for a workout because I stopped last year before going to the Philippines, and then when I came back, I was walking on Central Boulevard in front of Holiday Inn, and I missed my step and injured my shoulder. So it's hard for me to go back to the gym for a workout. So I'm rebuilding the bulging of here. So my wife was saying, "Hey, you have to go back, and you keep on sitting in the office," which is true, right? So and then my son gave me this watch for me to watch my health, and I said, for me, there's no more reason. I went to the gym, and then physiotherapy. Now I was able to invite, those three people that were attending to me: my personal trainer, my physiotherapist, and the Club 16 front manager. How do you call that?
Concierge or something.
Yeah.
Kuya, what is your pitch? When you
Yeah,
invite
that's
them?
what I was just gonna ask too.
What
did you
was
say?
my pitch?
Yeah, because everyone is different.
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. How long have you been in this business? That's a start. Oh, they're proud to say, "Oh, I'm 3 years. I've been working here for 3 years now." And are you happy with what you're doing? You have your family of your own, something like that. And then, I can insert along the way. I can insert something. I'm in this business for 32 years, and I'm turning 71, and the energy that I have started 32 years ago is the same energy. What is that business? No, I invite them. I actually induce them to ask questions, and when they ask questions, they got interested in what I'm saying. I am inviting them in the next couple of weeks, starting next week probably. I'm inviting them every Thursday for a presentation here, right? So I'm expecting they gave me their personal number, because when they're in the office, they're texting me using the office number, right? But now I got their personal number. One Iranian, two Iranians, and one Canadian. Yeah. So hopefully, we'll learn that. We'll try to learn that. Okay. So Lilibet, I just learned that Lilibet came from Edmonton, and he just moved here in BC 2 years ago. Yeah. And you're an SVP, right? Yeah, an SVP. Yeah, she is an SVP.
I am hoping that you will not call me.
No,
I am that shy. But anyways, yeah, I have been with the business for a long time. I think 2013
Yeah.
with Beth Mapa. And mostly my market is warm. I really don't do cold. That's why it's good that I'm learning this. Yeah. And mostly my clients are referrals from my clients.
From their clients. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe because every time I have a clientele, it's not really business, you know.
Yes.
I always show them my heart, you know. I mean, I don't know. And then usually my clients they are clients, and then after that they are my friends.
Friends, yeah.
They are not my friends,
Yeah.
and then they become my client.
Yeah.
No, usually they are my clients, and,
And
then
then
they
become
become my
friends.
friends.
Yeah. We will touch. You know, I need to write something. I can't find my kids. So where are you going? Something like that. What time do you want me to pick you up? I can give you a ride. Something like that, right? Yeah. So let's go to the next one here. Yeah. It says here, practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes it perfect. Right? So, you know, if we're just going to do it in a way that, as if that, I feel obligated doing this just to find a market of my own. And then, it would be hard for us to build our business without people in front of us. Because I consider the people that we're bringing, the prospects that we have listed or we have in our mind, they are the raw materials of our manufacturing company or production company. Let us consider our business as a production company, right? So how will that production or manufacturing department will continue to process their products if we don't have raw materials? Who is the raw material? Our prospects. They're not yet our clients, right? But how can we bring them in front of us? Practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Right? So we need a system on how to do this. Okay. Your commitment to learn, that's the first one. Your commitment to learn and teach an effective professional invitation is critical to the growth of your business. I'm so glad you guys are interested to learn. You guys are interested to be effective in bringing people into your business, because that is critical. Imagine you have the knowledge of your products, but you don't have any prospects.
Nobody there to listen to.
That's why 80% skills is way better than your 20% knowledge. I'm not saying that's not it's what do you call this one? We should be mastering our skills, yes, but then also master our knowledge in the product. But without prospect, who would you reveal your knowledge? Do you get it? Right? Okay? So if you want effective professional duplication to occur within your organization, earn, teach, and master a few simple scripts. The things that we were talking are scripts. Do you agree with that? The things that we learned from Carmela, from Jonathan, from Patrick, from everyone else are our scripts. Okay? They will empower us as a professional and dramatically increase our earning potential with our company's compensation plan. We have the best compensation among any industry. One top realtor, and what's that? A Medallion Club member. He's joining us. He's joining my team. He's definitely going to become an MBA or a new business associate as a student. And then I said, do you have a passive income in your real estate business? Nada. And he asked, Tito Raymond, teach me how to have a passive income. And I said, yes.
Is that normal for real estate agency in general? They just simply don't have passive income built into their pay stub.
They need to continue their sales
Right.
in order to receive the
Right.
compensation. Just like, for example, you know, you might probably have your own real estate agent, right?
Yeah.
And if, like for example, how many times will you buy a property in your lifetime? Twice?
Once, twice.
Maybe once, maybe twice, right? Yeah, right?
So they're
But
constant.
yeah, and so he needs to continue getting a client, right? Now, for the insurance of life insurance agent, now, let's say, how many times do you think this client will buy an insurance? My experience, 5 times, right? How many times does your mother bought an insurance from me? Right? Your aunt, you, right? Your daughter, how many times? Right? So because you know you are progressing in your life. And so when you progress in your life, you need to have a policy review, find out if there is a space or a need of an additional coverage. And my experience is 5 times in your lifetime. Okay. Now, what else? Life, you know, I always say this. The job, my definition of residual income, the job, you know, I receive a series of income for the rest of my life for the job that I have done once. Since 1993, those people that are still in my book of business, I'm still earning from them, you know, on a monthly basis. Right? But, you know, in